We have our Hudson float valve, it's cleaned out. We have our fitting here. We got our bulkhead fitting here. So one of the things when we drill our hole in here is we are using some thread tape. We're using the Blue Monster thread tape instead of blue goo. People are saying this is working better than the blue goo, so we're going to try it and see what happens. You do want to go around it 2 to 3 times. You don't want to put too much on it because you can cause other issues. So we're just going to make sure it's nice and neat on there. I know a lot of times I make things look a lot easier than what it is, but this is all we're going to do is put this on here. I definitely like this better than the blue goo because you know what happens when you use blue goo? Yep, it gets all over you and it just gets all over you. So we want to make sure that's nice and tight. Put it in there. I'm going to screw this in here. Again, if this leaks, it ain't no big deal too much because it's just going to leak into the tank. I'm going to put this one in here. So we could do it the other way. I like doing it this way, so when I put it in there, I don't have to try to screw this up in there, which makes it really hard. And then I'm just going to tighten everything up, holding the other two, and voila. Next thing we're going to do is DJ, or we got the bit here. You want to make sure that the bit is not too big, but big enough for this to slide into. So we'll chuck this up there, Chucky Chuck. He had an extra O-ring, and then I'm gonna put this here. And then where's this one going at? Right here. You just stick this on there and gets a little loud and a little crazy. And then on these threads here, one thing to remember is these are backwards threads. So when you were a kid or taught, hopefully you're taught righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Well, if you do righty-tighty on these, this won't work. This is where it's also good to have long arms. If you don't have long arms, don't put it over so far. If you got little stubby arms like this, I wouldn't put it all the way over there. Now, we're gonna show you how to put something when you can't reach all the way into the tank, how to get it there, but this would be really hard if you didn't have to do it. One way that you could do this is you could run a string down and then you would have to do each piece and that would make it hard. So you're just gonna sit there, stick it up in there like so, and then again, these are backwards threads. Backwards threads, tighten it up here. Now, don't get too Hercules on these, because if you get too much of a Hercules on them, you will crack them. You'll crack them right through there and they'll break on you. So just be careful when you're getting a little bit strongman that you don't get too strongman on there. So other than that, we'll put our 90 in here, right here. That will go over to our hose. That'll screw right into our hose and go right to our hose reel. So that's how you put a Hudson float valve in the tank. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, go down and hit the subscribe button. And I got a whole bunch of videos on this build, and hopefully you learn something and go make lots of money, because that is my goal, is to help you make financial freedom. And if you go check out this playlist, you'll learn how to be able to build this rig. See you in my next video.